I love oatmeal for breakfast, but we need an even faster way of making oatmeal for breakfast. Am I right, Reebs? Because she has been doing lap swimming in the morning, so it's just me and the kids. Sand art oatmeals. What do you think of that?
You love the sand art things.
I'd like to have a lot of these jars in stock ready to go, so I don't keep all that oatmeal up here. It would take up the whole pantry. So let's go fill up some jars and get started. You guys ready to go down to the basement? Hold on. It looks like the children have booby trapped it with about 15 ping pong ball eyeballs. Rascals.
If you know, you know.
Welcome to our basement food storage. I don't like going to the store all the time for starches because they're just dry and they last a long time, so I just like to buy them in 25-pound bags and then put them in these buckets. Oatmeal is one of those things I buy 50 pounds at a time because we just go through it. These are food grade buckets and these are gamma lids. It comes with 2 pieces. You can get them in the 5-gallon bucket. You can get them in the smaller little 3-gallon bucket size, and then the lid just goes whoop.
So you have your own bulk section. You like the rice ramen?
The rice ramen I love. We got the canned tomato sauce, the diced tomatoes, the pasta. You don't want to run out of pasta.
We sure won't be needing that salsa anymore soon.
There you go. I'm gonna make these sand art jars. We do 3 cups. So I just got my little scooper here and we just fill this thing up. There's marks on here, it goes up to there. Let's go. It's about 1 cup of oats per full bowl of oatmeal. Not like the little baby packets in the store. We're working on that. So fast, Reebs. Go do your laps. I don't need you. Lentils, green split peas, red lentils, brown rice. You know, you can't keep this stuff forever. This stuff won't last forever. So you do need to eat through it. But we eat a lot, so it works.
Don't get a big head about it, okay?
Let's do this. This is too much and you're not eating 3 whole bowls of oatmeal. You could just use a little pint-sized mason jar too. You could put a cup of oats in here for 1. We love date powder instead of the conventional processed sugar, the granulated sugar. This is just straight up dates dried and turned into powder. We use 1 to 2 tablespoons per bowl of oatmeal. So I'm throwing that in as sand art, you know what I mean? Oh boy, I'm getting low on date powder. Last ingredient, a bit of cinnamon. It doesn't take much cinnamon to make a delightful bowl of oatmeal, so like a half a teaspoon in this whole thing. Then you throw your lids on and boom, you've got oatmeal ready to go. Now all I've got to do is add water. Should we go ahead and do that since we're making breakfast?
Yeah.
Even if I don't think I'm going to eat it all this morning, I'm going to make it because I'll put the leftovers in the fridge. It is so fast to reheat oatmeal for the kids. They don't want it hot anyway. Let me show you how to add water because I do not measure the water. Turn on the filtered water, start stirring, and you'll know, you'll feel it. You'll feel it in the hands.
That's the measurement when you feel it in the hands.
When everything turns and swirls freely, we're getting close now. There's still a little friction in there. Boom, that's the amount.
You know, Mama Bear's was too hot and Papa Bear's
I
too
think
cold.
this is porridge, and sometimes that was it. Oats, date powder, some cinnamon, water. If we're feeling really fancy and we have some ripe bananas, then maybe I'll throw in a banana, and if I do that, it'll be just like this. Let's do it. Throw in a banana, grab the potato masher, and just mash the banana in with everything, and that's good. It adds a little sweetness on top of the dates. They like it. Hey, why not? We got to use these bananas up. And that's it. While that's cooking, I'll show you what I like to do next because this is a great opportunity to get those flax seeds and chia seeds for the healthy omega-3s for brain health into your oatmeal. You got to eat them somehow. This is a great way to do it. But I don't put them right in the pot. Instead, I like to take the handy little bullet blender and I'll just grind up some flax seeds and chia seeds. I buy them whole. You could buy pre-ground flax seeds, for example, but I like to just do about half and half. I'll just eyeball like that much of the flax seeds and that much of the chia seeds, whatever, and then we'll just grind them up. Then I just store that in another jar and keep this in the fridge.
So you're all about jars.
I'm a jar guy, okay? Now you got your flax seeds and chia seeds ready. You could just throw in a tablespoon in the bowl of oatmeal or even a little more if you want to. But now you're getting it and you won't cook them, which kills the omegas apparently. I'm not a doctor, what do I know? But I'll just do what I'm told and eat some flax seeds and chia seeds, okay?
Okay, let me show you what I love on my oatmeal. Warm berries.
This is like freezing cold.
They are freezing cold. But you know what? You need to have frozen berries and rice and vegetables in your freezer. That way you always have it on hand. They're super fresh. I mean, they're way more fresh than those berries over there.
That's a lot of berries.
I know, because I'm like literally addicted. It tastes like berry pie. And then I do like 2 minutes on them. 3 won't hurt. This is a great snack or dessert just by itself. Put a little cinnamon or date powder on top. On the mornings that I go swimming, Dylan will do this for me, which makes it an extra special treat.
Tell us about your swimming. You've been doing lots of laps.
I've been trying to get back into it. You know, I used to swim about, 40 years ago. We just signed up for a pool, a way to keep cool here in the desert. I saw the lanes and they just called to me. Someone informed me that the Summer Olympics were on. And now I'm motivated and I'm out there and I'm just, I'm trying to get back into an exercise routine after having baby Otis. For whatever reason, for the small baby, we spread the oatmeal out on a plate. Is it because he eats less or it's easier to cool off? I'm not sure, but this is how we do it for him.
Well, he used to eat it out of the plate, but now he just picks up the plate and wipes the plate all over his head. So it's really a method in need of reform.
Now watch how beautiful this is with a berry compote on top.
Wow, all those berries on one bowl.
You gotta start your day off right, okay? Built for an athlete like me. People are asking us all the time to show us what we feed our kids, and you see it here right now. We feed our kids exactly what we eat. We just have to make a few little tweaks.
Tell us about this amazing little table.
A friend of mine has a short table, and I begged Dylan to saw some legs off of a table so we can all eat with our kids and be at their level instead of always bringing them up to our level, and I just love it.
Otis has his area to dump all over the floor, modified his little high chair. So it's a low chair.
This kid will get this all over everywhere, and I just carry this whole thing to the shower. That's what I do. Work smarter, not harder,
All right, it is lunchtime and Reeves has got us on these assembly meals lately. Don't know what that means? Let me tell you. It means that when it comes time to eat, you don't even have lazy prep to do. You have no prep to do. All you do is take this and put it with that and boom, you've got a meal. But now today we have to do the lazy prep together. We're gonna prepare our assembly meals. Isn't that right, Reeves?
Yeah. What is the laziest way that you make rice still?
The laziest way to make rice is one where you don't have to be worrying in your head. Did I get the ratios right? What if I walk away from the stove? Oh no, my favorite way of making rice is cooking it just like pasta. I've got a big pot of water here. I'm not measuring anything. Throw in some rice and just let it simmer like pasta, but for 30 minutes. Then we'll strain out all the water, return the rice to the pot, cover it up, but don't put it on the heat anymore and just let it dry out there for about 20 minutes. Open it up and boom, you've got the most perfect fluffy brown rice, never mushy, perfect every time.
By any means necessary, Dill.
We are making barbecue chickpeas. Sometimes we'll make a lentil dish, maybe it's the refried beans. Today we're doing these barbecue chickpeas. Such a tasty dish for these assembly meals. All we need for this one is a yellow onion, big or small, dice it up, throw it in your saucepan with some garlic, and then we're gonna simmer this on the stove until tender using a little bit of water or veggie stock, never cooking with oil. Then once that's ready, throw in all these delicious flavorings, a couple cans of chickpeas, and we'll bring it back up to a simmer. This is gonna have such a nice barbecue flavor. Let's have a little taste. Oh, I love this dish. Now we put a lot of flavor in here. You could have just made plain legumes. Like I said, we make just plain lentils sometimes and then whip up a little sauce. Could be like a creamy salad dressing type of sauce, something with some tahini or avocado. Make it a little nice fattening sauce to go on top. We'll drizzle on a little fat, you'll see. This will last for definitely a few meals. Let's move on. Now it's time for me to show you my hack for how to make the perfect amount of sheet pan veggies every time.
What kind of veggies are you making today, Dill?
I was just gonna ask you what you want. Maybe some bell pepper. We got some bell pepper here.
Oh, I bought a cauliflower.
Here's some squash.
Is there any mushrooms?
Very nice. I feel like every time I make roasted sheet pan veggies, I've always got way too many veggies per space in the oven. Do y'all run into that problem once in a while? So what I like to do is chop my veggies. I just try to chop them into nice bite-sized pieces like that and throw them all right onto the sheet pan. We're gonna take it off again to add all the flavoring, but at least we'll have a sense of how many veggies I'm actually gonna have here so I don't end up with so much. And now I'll do the same with a zucchini, a few mushrooms, a cauliflower, but it can be whatever you've got in stock. Now we know exactly how many veggies we have. I didn't overdo it or underdo it, and now you just simply throw them back in the tank here and we're gonna toss it with all kinds of flavor.
Don't I need to coat my vegetables in olive oil?
Many people are used to coating with the olive oil. Does it add flavor? Yeah, because it's straight fat you're adding to the dish, but but that is not a good healthy fat. We want to eat whole food fats where everything's still there, not this extracted processed science food. So get rid of the oil and let's just add a little bit of citrus maybe, and then the flavoring, all the spice blend, whatever you like to add, and it'll coat the veggies and stick to them just perfectly. And it's time for a monster spoon. Just grab a big spoon and toss all these veggies. And if it looks like your veggies are still a little bit naked, then that means just add a little bit more seasoning. You're not gonna overdo it, folks. Now take a piece of parchment paper, throw it on our pan, and then let's just throw all these beautiful veggies on there. And I pretty much always roast my veggies the same, about 20 to 30 minutes, usually around 25 minutes at 400 degrees in the oven. Boom, we'll have beautiful roasted veggies. Here we go. Woo! How easy was that? We have got a beautiful lunch ready, and I can't wait to put this thing in a very large bowl. We got that rice down, yum. We're gonna put some starch on starch. Get those beans, you know, that's looking good. And a whole barge of veggies.
Heck yeah.
You want a little fat? You could drizzle on some tahini or a nut butter of your choosing. I like tahini because it's very savory. Peanut butter feels like breakfast food to me. Or some avocado. We've got a ready avocado. Let's see. It feels like the timing is right. And as soon as it feels like the timing's wrong, it's way wrong. It's way too late. I love those barbecue chickpeas. These veggies are just perfect. They're not overcooked. They're just right. Not mushy, not crispy, just the perfect texture.
It's so funny how some people shun leftovers, but here we are trying to intentionally create leftovers.
Yes, preach it, Reeves. You've got to have leftovers. This rice will keep. These will keep for a week. You can make all your lunches for the whole week. And the veggies, you could have made 2, 4, whatever, however many sheet pans you want. They keep really, really well. They're not gonna change whether how soft they are or whatever. You can reheat them. The veggies will be great in the fridge. Reeves going in for that big taste.
So much delicious flavors come all together when you do it assembly style like this.
It is dinner time and we are making another really easy one. This one's just dump it all in the Instant Pot and turn it on. How easy have these meals been so far, Reeves?
They've been pretty easy and I'm kind of still full from lunch, honestly.
We're still making dinner. This is Hoppin' John and it starts with the old black-eyed pea. Yeah, you can buy them in the can, you can buy them frozen too.
I do actually really enjoy the frozen black-eyed peas.
What else? A little rice. I'm throwing it in here. Here's one of our favorite freezer items going into the tank here. This is the Trader Joe's fire roasted peppers and onions.
I know what that's called.
Just another way to save time, the old cheater garlic.
It's called garlic.
Garlic. I've never called it that and I don't intend to. For me, it's cheater garlic. Sorry. Didn't mean to shut you down too hard there, Reeves, but this is cheater garlic. Is it cheater garlic or jarlic? Whose team are you on? Pick the right team. Diced tomatoes. We've got a couple cans of diced tomatoes. Again, get them with the no salt added. They put so much salt in canned tomatoes and beans. Salt your food yourself. Lower your threshold, your taste buds will come down so that you find less salt, very flavorful. Next up, we are gonna throw in some Hatch green chilies. Now this, I don't know how to find this without salt. So there is a few 100 milligrams of sodium from here in this whole tank of food, okay? Which is pretty low. Some smoked paprika and some thyme going in the tank. This one calls for 3 cups of veggie stock, so I'm just gonna use 3 teaspoons of our veggie stock mix, and then I'll throw in 3 cups of water. Same thing, right? And away we go, we'll see you at dinner. Oh, that's looking good, but it needs a little bit of fresh greens, am I right? Start throwing in a few handfuls of the chopped kale, and this is just gonna wilt right in 2 seconds. I'm gonna drizzle on just a little bit of tahini. You could sprinkle on a little bit of salt like we talked about. You could chop some olives. Oh boy, exceptional. The beans and the rice are cooked just right. I love this meal.